Bullshit.
It's the No BS Marketing Show. I'm Dave Mastovich, CEO of Massolutions, the world's only no bullshit marketing firm. Today is one of the fun episodes that we like to do from time to time. Maria Marhefka is with me. She is a content guru here at Massolutions who also works a lot on the No BS platform, particularly the podcast, LinkedIn, etc., and our videos. Maria and I often ask people in the marketing industry for questions that we could ask on the show and answer on the show. Maria, what's the latest one that you have?
All right. So the latest one that I have is, the question is, where will the largest ad agencies be in 5 years if they don't start focusing on real marketing?
I like the question. A couple of things to define off the bat. Massolutions is a marketing firm, and we focus on the strategic aspects of marketing, the tactical aspects. We focus on marketing ROI, and we also focus on messaging and storytelling, and within that comes some creative. Ad agencies, on the other hand, traditionally and historically have been driven by the creative. I think the most famous ad agency example is Mad Men, the show, and how Don Draper and the team came up with creative ideas. Ad agencies do use some level of research. They've become much more scientific, much more math-oriented in the past decade, but they're still predominantly creative-driven, and they're thinking creative first, and they have a creative bias. So what I mean by that is they continually are driven to produce great creative, and sometimes they do. The change that has happened is more and more companies are requiring the digital aspect, and agencies have adapted there to some degree, but they really want to focus on it from a leadership and communication standpoint. And those organizations that are buying the services want to make sure that there's a clear marketing ROI. And that's where I think bigger agencies need to change and change quickly and start doing no BS marketing, or else they'll be extinct.
Yeah, and I agree. And I think kind of to your point, it's a lot of people get married to the past, just that they have a hard time kind of looking to the future. And I think that, we had talked about it, and you on your LinkedIn post, and also a piece of content on a blog post on the Mass website was about Accenture Interactive buying Droga 5. So that's kind of to your point.
It's right to that point exactly, in that management consultancies, whether it's in the old days, Ernst & Young and Accenture, Deloitte, all these management consultancies historically have not focused on marketing, even though they focused on the go-to-market strategy, which I believe is marketing. But they focused a lot on other things on the sales side, the business development side, and the operational processes side, and the scalability side. What those management consultancies have begun to do in the last 10 years, slightly, and a tremendous amount in the last 5 years, is start realizing that if they were able to add that creative storytelling piece to their math, to their science, to their processes, to their scalability, the management consultancy can achieve both parts. The management consultant part plus the storytelling and branding part. That's a dilemma for the bigger agencies, because they're now competing with a brand name for the big corporate clients. And what I mean by that is Massolutions is not going to go in and pitch a major creative project to a Fortune 500 company and go against a pure creative agency. What we can do is our strategies, our tactics, our strategic marketing KPIs, our AAA activities and accountabilities to fix your marketing operations, that can be applied to any size company. But that creative part, Nike wants to be working with someone that is known on that creative so distinctly. But if a management consultancy that's already working with those same big companies on the management processes and structure sides now says, we've done the market research, we've done the marketing intel, here's your go-to-market strategy, here's your marketing KPIs, we're going to have our firm that we purchased to do the creative. It's just a natural sell that enables those management consultancies to take more business from the big ad agencies. Now, the ad agencies aren't really competitive with a Massolutions because they're not built to turn on a dime, and they also have a higher need for a higher dollar amount, a higher ticket amount across the board. So a company that only does $50 million in annual sales, not only that's still a huge, significant achievement. To Mass Solutions, that company's normal. We love them. We think they're great. To a big ad agency, they're saying, well, how much can you spend on creative and how much can you spend on media buying? And when they say our entire budget is X, they say that's not even enough to buy media or do creative. For Mass Solutions, we're like, we're not as worried about the creative. That can come next. Let's do the strategy. So the whole long and short of it, and mostly long at this point, Maria, is that your point is that exactly right. The Accentures of the world can become a competitive advantage to go for those larger companies. And ad agencies aren't nimble enough, nor are they able to work at that smaller price to compete with a pure marketing firm like ours. So it leaves bigger agencies in a difficult position.
Interesting. That's good. So I think that is, what they have to do real marketing.
Thanks, Maria. And we'll keep asking the questions. And if you have one, if you're out there, one of our loyal no BSers, email dave@massolutions.biz. I'll take that email myself directly, and Maria and I will look at it. We'll combine that with the questions we get from when I'm speaking at workshops and keynotes, and from responses that I get online in our social media. Plus, we hear from clients as well. So we want to answer questions like today on the No BS Marketing Show to bring you our perspective to hopefully help you in your marketing endeavors. Thanks for listening to the No BS Marketing Show, recorded in our studios in bold, beautiful downtown Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Remember to sign up for your weekly No BS Marketing Fix, also at massolutions.biz. And remember that big question. Ask yourself, what's the big idea?